shit, I was gonna go for a quick fap first.
That's on the podcast.
Well, there's still time, don't you worry.
Welcome, Loudmouths of the internet, to the Loathsome Loudmouths podcast, with today's honorary Loudmouths, Metal FH,
Alright.
and everyone's favorite German person, Weird Wolf.
Oh, I thought it was Hitler.
What?
He said everyone's favorite German person. I figured that's the only German that is known to the world.
He's not even German.
That's not even positive, actually. Damn. And I'm also here. I'm your host, Cholumbo.
I'm also here.
Yeah, you're in the background.
Did you actually see what's in the chat?
You said that you're a shit in Dutch.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
It's Lolzosaurus.
Ha.
Wait, did I
Meanwhile,
just
I'm
spell it
looking
right?
for the actual live stream.
Yeah, it was a shitty.
Same.
I just saw a really shitty joke about that Barry made here. So anyway,
See, Joe? See?
it was a shitty joke. Why is the crackling?
My face like at Metal's chin?
I don't know.
Why am I Metal's pelvis?
Because of Skype, I guess. What the fuck? Who
Wait,
knows?
where did my camera go?
I'm down here. I'm down here. I'm down here. Help!
Can you scratch his chin? I feel like he's itchy at this moment.
Oh god.
Fucking hell.
I
Anyway,
have to wait for that to come up in the chat.
let's check this shit. The first thing we're gonna do is go over the little known fact of this week. Yes. This week's little known fact is that
Penis.
I mean, facts about your penis are probably little known because. Ooh. Anyway, we have Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield. You know Ben and Jerry's. They learned how to make an ice cream. How to make
No.
an ice cream? No, how to make ice cream by taking a $5 correspondence course offered by Penn State. And then they started like making their fucking ice cream in an abandoned gas station or some shit. That's the building they bought, and then they made ice cream. And then they made this chunky monkey shit that's down there. It's one of the first ice cream flavors that they made. So yeah. And then they had a big company. So, see? If you want to make your dreams come true, you just need to invest $5. Get it?
Is it
Like how
perfect?
many fucking people can actually say that? Like, I only invested $5 in the beginning to start my thing. Anyway,
Well,
it's fucking lighting
some
here.
people invest $5 to start. Well, no.
Damn. Now I fucking look like Fred Durst because I turned my cap backwards. Fucking hell. This is dumb. Anyway, it's just
I look like a mortician.
Jesus.
where's the dead people?
I don't know.
Let's just go to the
Still in
articles.
the fridge. Oh.
Damn. Let's
Why
start.
did you eat their hands, Carl?
Fucking hell.
Carl, that kills people. God damn it.
Anyway, let's start with the fucking Alex Jones article.
Alex. Oh fuck, which one is that? Oh, Crazy Alex. You're
Crazy
saying-
Alex, yeah. Crazy Alex. Just makes him sound like somebody's crazy uncle. He probably is. I don't know. Well, if he has a brother, he's somebody's crazy uncle, or if he has a sister. Anyway, let's see what fucking Alex Jones is doing. So, Infowars' Alex Jones says he's been defamed by defamation suits.
Hey, I heard defecation suits. I was really confused.
Defecation smoothies. So tasty.
Gross.
Anyway, radio host Alex Jones is getting hit with a flurry of lawsuits over his conspiracy theories, including 2 defamation suits this week from parents of children killed at Sandy Hook Elementary School in 2012. But he claims he's the real victim. You're allowed to question. Wait. You're allowed to question. I can't do his voice. Can anyone try
Okay,
that?
so he's he's one of those people who who basically wants to see the security tapes of little children being shot before he believes it.
Yeah, I guess so.
That
That's fun.
shooting actually happened.
Yeah, it's that type of bullshit as well. Yeah. You're allowed to question things in America. That sounds more like a.
Is that
That's a-
Schwarzenegger?
That sounded more like the fucking puppet that was like the Puppet H from like the fucking thing that they did on the WWE's YouTube channel, or was it?
It sounded like the Muppet thing, like drums.
You're allowed to question things in America. It's not information. John said, "I can't do his fucking voice."
Oh fuck that.
It sounded like the Manamana thing. Manamana.
I just have to think of just on the side now. A 4chan. There was a great 4chan green text about like a story about Alex Jones. But in that story, he was actually right.
Wow, what the fuck? Anyway, what is
That sounds like
defamation?
Two Moons.
But what is defamation? Wait, what?
What is-
Oh shit,
what
that's
is
another Alex
defamation?
Jones thing.
No.
What is defamation? It's the foul lawsuits that say and some things that didn't say. What the fuck? I actually sound more like fucking a drunk version of Duke Ellington from like the fucking Big Mouth series on Netflix. And then put me and my whole family through the ringer. And all the good that you the same as me. And your family.
What are you gonna do for drunk?
Good, good thing they can read the article.
Yeah.
because,
I wouldn't understand that shit.
Actually, where is the article anyway? I don't have it.
well,
Oh, there.
There it is,
Oh,
you just found it.
Where is it? Crazy Alex? They're turning the fucking frogs. Okay. No.
Anyway,
that's not it.
Jones had to write
Yes,
the
yeah.
Sandy Hook shooting as fake and possibly staged by the government.
it was just a theater play. The whole shooting.
Oh, that's what they meant with the shooting, like in making a film. Like they were doing shooting in the school. That's basically what a school shooting is. It's making a movie in the school. It's where they stage some fake ass shit where they pretend to shoot someone, and then like really like method actors pretend to die
Pow.
by dying.
You're dead. Pow.
Anyway, his digital platform Infowars. I don't know why there's info in it. It should be bullshit wars, but hey,
Wars.
it's a war on actual info. It just wants to just promote bullshit. Accused one of the parents of being an actor and another of lying about holding his son's body and seeing a bullet hole in his head. The statements were deemed a heartless and vile act of defamation. In one of the lawsuits, Jones' family wasn't sued by the Sandy Hook's parents. Alex Jones' longest comment show has what the fuck? Longest? What am I saying? Fucking hell. Alex Jones's latest comments
I
show
know that
he has
you're
zero
right,
respect
but
for the torment
That
he's
is
putting the
not the
victims
right
through.
way to think like this, but well, I just really want something like that to happen to him so that he can see it, and then I want people to be like, "Oh, you lied about that."
Yeah, I mean, but if somebody was to like attack him or something and shoot his family, he would be like, "Yeah, the government's coming for me, and they're trying to shoot me. Turn the freaking frogs, guys, and they fuck me in the ass."
I can't get the fucking Muppet out of my head.
They should make a Muppet that looks like Alex Jones. That would be funny. It's like you ever put your hand up his ass.
That already exists.
What?
Wait, Kermit. No, not Kermit.
I'm gonna. If that exists, I'm gonna buy that like an Alex Jones hand puppet.
Well, it's close enough.
Oh no.
So Wesley Todd Ball, the parents' lawyer, said in a statement, his comments are nothing more than a lie on top of a lie. It's lieception. They're void of any
Wait, he
apology.
said that?
No, there's no lieception.
Why
in there.
didn't he say that?
No, because it's not a lie. It's a lie on top of a lie. So it's a lie stack instead of a lieception. Because it's not a lie inside of a lie.
That was way too many lies.
Yeah. Just basically like the government, like the US government, they always tell lies. Like about the school shootings.
Use anti-lice
Shade.
shampoo.
And about how the frogs are not gay! What?
Maybe you should use anti-lice shampoo.
That was funny. I feel like I got punished there. So anyway, next article. Okay. Louisiana woman returns home, finds intruder naked in bathtub eating Cheetos.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh shit, that's me.
Wait, what? You went to Louisiana just to get into a woman's bathtub and eat her Cheetos?
She had cheetos, yeah.
Cheetos? That sounds like a shitty rip-off brand. Cheetos. They're kind of like Cheetos, but shitty. But you'll eat them anyway.
That's sassy mugshot or whatever.
That doesn't look sassy. It looks like somebody on crack.
Yeah, but still, like someone on crack who's trying to look sassy.
She just.
Like, bitch.
Is that the man that was naked or is that the woman?
Is that a man?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Sorry, person.
Evelyn.
Sorry, person who looks like they're on crack.
Oh, I thought Evelyn was the author of this article.
Whoa, the author of this article is on crack? That should
No,
be a
wait,
good
what?
article.
What?
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Well, it says Monroe up. I don't even know where that place is. Police in Louisiana say a woman came home to discover a naked stranger in her tub eating her Cheetos while taking a bath. That actually sounds like a really weird euphemism. I'm eating your Cheetos.
Say that again.
Euphemism.
There you go. Is that euphemism?
Euphemism. I'm Trump. It's the best.
Turn the fucking
Great.
frogs
Talk
guy.
about naked.
Unbeatable.
Talk about naked.
Yeah, what's naked?
You know nothing happens on the Isle of Wight.
Yeah. Couple caught in having sex in Fort Lord Louis Library. Oh, that's a library in Newport.
That's the library in Newport.
Okay. They must have been reading like 50 Shades of Boring shit. Whatever. Anyway, let's see. A Monroe police. What the fuck is this word? Affidavit?
A bit of it.
Is that a word? Did somebody have a spastic attack on a keyboard?
No, that's
But-
actual words.
What the fuck does that mean?
It is a written sworn statement. A fact.
Fucking hell.
Also,
It's a stupid
pronounced
sounding
affidavit.
word. A Monroe police affidavit
Nobody of
says...
you guys watched Suits.
Nah.
God damn it.
29-year-old Evelyn Washington was arrested
Like
on
affidavit
burglary
war.
and... Wait, what?
What?
So a woman came home and then somebody named Evelyn. There was a... Oh, wait.
the
I thought the
burglar was
naked...
also a woman.
What?
That happens.
No!
This-
It's impossible. The story's fake.
What the fuck is going
It's probably a transvestite. I don't know. So yeah, this person was arrested for burglary and property damage charges. What, did they damage the bag of Cheetos by opening it and eating the
on? Well, maybe she
contents?
cracked it too. Or the top or whatever.
Yeah, maybe she was so filthy she like stained the bathtub and then it was like...
How would she have to pay for property damage if she breaks her tooth? Or cracks her tooth?
What if she
No, I've
breaks...
been in that kind of situation?
If she breaks her tooth crashing through the window, then maybe. I mean, then she has to pay for the window. And her own tooth, I guess, but that's just on her if she wants to pay for it. Anyway, the Fort Worth Star Telegram reports that a responding officer found a full tub of water and a plate of food along with half-eaten Cheetos belonging to the victim on the toilet next to the tub.
No, so I can't handle more of this article. It's
Who the
too-
fuck eats
too much.
Cheetos on the toilet? That sounds like shit.
Well, just read the last thing. The last sentence.
Washington told the homeowner and police that an unknown male had told her to break into the house. Police found a tall ice chest under the broken window. It's unclear if she has a lawyer. This was actually a shitty story. See, this is what we get,
This
like...
was 5 days ago, and are they still unclear if she has a lawyer? Or
I don't think... Maybe she just can't afford a lawyer. I mean...
Would
Maybe
you
that's...
really want a follow-up article on this?
I mean, there should have been some meat on this article, because there wasn't. We got lured in by the title, and then the article was pretty shit. Anyway, let's read this next line of bullshit that somebody concocted.
That you put in the description.
What? The way I titled?
Plays his wife.
Anyway,
Erotibots will save your marriage.
Oxford College cancels Canabis themed party.
Oh, there.
Admit accusations of
Fair enough.
cultural appropriation. Why do we have this bullshit again? Anyway, an Oxford College.
It's Bob Marley.
And then there's Snoop Dogg down there, or Snoop Lion. Who knows? Who knows anymore?
We've noticed your ad blocking.
Yes. Yes. Good thing you noticed. I love it.
Oh, fucking hell.
I only read the last sentence. Then thank you for your support.
Wait, students were told 420 is not about the consumption of the herb.
No. Let me just read about it. An Oxford college was forced to cancel its cannabis-themed party amid accusations of cultural appropriation. Because everyone knows that's not a steaming pile of shit.
This is a college. All of the parties are cannabis themed.
What is next? A beer-themed party? Who would have thought of that? I mean, that's original. The entertainment team at Mansfield College. Oh! It's called Mansfield! Why can't it be Womansfield College? Huh? Plan to host a bop on Friday night. A bop?
Fucking patriarchy.
Anyway, on Friday night, where students were encouraged to dress up as their favorite stoner icon.
A Muslim priest.
I mean, yeah. And in the Bible, a lot of people got stoned, so who knows?
I was thinking of the scene from Life of Brian, but that works as well.
She. Yeah, that
See,
one.
there's the Alex Jones voice again.
Well, anyway, in an email that
Speaking to us.
to undergraduates, they explained that the party would be 420 themed to commemorate the internationally recognized day of protest for the legalization of marijuana on April the 20th. Fucking hell.
Internationally recognized day of protest for legalization of marijuana.
Apparently
Well,
it
it's
was.
420, everybody.
420, yeah. Woo. That's original. Jesus.
Well, actually, here it's 20.
Yeah.
Don't worry. 204. Doesn't matter.
204!
Blaze it.
204 blaze it. Doesn't work.
That's when you put the joint backwards in your mouth.
We need
To burn a bit.
we need 20 months now. We need 20 months so we can have 420 as well. Anyway, students were told 420 is not about the consumption of the herb itself. The herb. That's cultural appropriation. Jesus. And more about they're yeah. It's like they're appropriating the 90s culture there, and more about the arts, music, and literature surrounding it. It's a celebration of the rich culture, including everything from hippies to hip hop, from Seth Rogen to the Dudes.
They misspell Seth Rogen.
Did they? I don't know. Just look it up. The email encouraged all you
misspelled
plant
Seth Rogen.
spot hats out there
Did, right? Yeah.
to dress as.
The herb Seth Rogen did the stoner write this?
Yeah, somebody was fucking stoned, I guess. Anyway,
Camilla Turner. Jesus Christ.
No.
lay off the pills, please.
let me read this fucking thing that it says. The email encouraged all you plant spot hats out there to dress as stoner icons like Snoop Dogg, Dot from BoJack, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, Harold and Kumar, or even Super Troopers. What the fuck is Super Troopers?
It's not the ABBA song. Super Troop. Whatever.
The entertainment team advised, if you're white, don't try to go as Snoop Dogg or Bob Marley. Blackface isn't cool. I mean, who gives a shit? Anyway, there's a difference between somebody.
Black.
I mean, I still feel like there's a fucking difference between somebody painting their face black and being a character that's black, and a fucking blackface in the 1940s and 50s where it's just like, oh, we don't want to give roles to black people. It's a completely different fucking thing. It's not even the same fucking concept, actually.
Yeah, those shows in the 40s were specifically to make fun of them.
Yeah. I mean, what if you go blackface because you really love this person? What if you want to be this person, and that's why you go black?
Well, that can also have the opposite. The fact you guys remember that one YouTuber girl who thought she was a black girl secretly and pretended she was a black girl all the time. It was really weird.
Sounds familiar.
There was even some guy like that. I forgot his name.
She didn't do blackface though, did she?
No, she didn't, but it was still weird.
Wasn't there some guy on like fucking that pretended to be black because he wanted to have because he was on some fucking left wing shit in America? I think his name was Sean King or something. It was not really black. Don't really remember. Anyway,
the Sean King redemption.
So, an addendum at the bottom of the email noted that the possession and consumption of marijuana is illegal in the UK and against university regulations. Oh, this was in the UK, like the same fucking country that fucking gave like a huge ass fucking fine to somebody who just learned his dog to do a fucking Nazi salute, which doesn't make any fucking sense. Great country. Somebody needs to make the country great again, like it never was. Anyway, the GCR... And what? Theresa May, fuck off. GCR ends do not condone its usage in any way, both in this event or otherwise. 420 is an international recognized day of protest for legalization, but you can't smoke it. Obviously, as well as the iconic aspect of pop culture for our generation. And this is what we intend to celebrate by not smoking pot.
And there's a quotation mark ending, but no beginning. Who the fuck wrote this article?
There is a beginning.
No, there is a beginning, but it's
what?
But it's in the previous paragraph. There's a fucking thing put it in the previous paragraph. Why? Who does that? They opened the quotation marks, then they ended the fucking paragraph somewhere after that, and then they have a next paragraph, and at the end of the paragraph, the quotation marks get closed.
I
got his laughter.
The Telegraph in the UK wrote this, so it's not only the Americans that can write stupid shit. So, yeah.
Jesus.
Stupidity is global. It's a global concept. The Bob team provoked a backlash among students who felt that it could lead to cultural appropriation.
I just heard the Bob team. I was really confused who Bob and his team were.
The Blitzkrieg Bob. Sorry. An undergraduate at Mansfield. Mansfield again. Anyway, said that the college elected welfare representatives were also concerned that the event would be exclusionary.
Why?
I don't know. Because people weren't allowed to go, I guess. Everyone can go to a fucking thing. It was like, oh, this is exclusionary because some retards may decide not to go voluntarily. They may voluntarily decide not to go, but it's exclusionary. Like, what the fuck?
First of all, that, and second of all, high graduate and high Ivy League colleges are known for having exclusionary club events. It's one of the oldest traditions of all colleges.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, I mean, there's exclusive clubs and shit in like colleges that have like whatever, like the fucking what are they called? What would they like the fraternities and shit?
Yeah. Even
Not
my
all of their
university
parties
has
are open to everyone. They always have like members only parties, so who gives a fuck? Anyone who might have negative experiences of drugs or addiction might be affected by it. And cry in the corner. Ooh.
That is their reason for exclusionary.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Oh god, look in the next paragraph, it's getting even worse. Now there's an opening mark, but no ending.
Okay, let's. Yeah, but it opens another one.
Ends at the beginning of the.
See the way this goes basically. Wait, yeah. Okay, what happens here is somebody said this. Anyone who might have, and then the blah blah. That's as an ending one. The student told the telegraph blah blah.
Wait, did it start and then end at the next paragraph?
No, because the next paragraph also starts a fucking one.
Oh yeah, they all have. What the fuck?
So what happens there is, basically what happens here is there's like the open of the quotation shit. It says, there is, of course, a risk related to the team that people might have come in costumes, which might have perceived as offensive. And the reason why there's no end of quotation marks there is because the next person talked just immediately after it, so they couldn't have that. So it was like, yeah, perceived as offensive. Fundamentally, people were concerned about the appropriate character of the drug team, Bob, in the college, beyond the welfare
Back to the
perspective.
previous paragraph. What? I don't even understand that sentence. There are of course risks related to the theme that people might have come in costumes, which might have perceived as offensive.
Probably referring to the blackface again or something. I don't know.
But wait, this is written about the Oxford College, and I can't even read this.
That's not a sentence, weird. That's just somebody who dropped a bowl of alphabet soup. That's basically what's happened there.
That's a lucky throw, though.
Fucking anyway.
My bot can write more coherent sentences.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this shit? The entertainment team. What the fuck? Why is it? What is an entertainment team anyway? Anyway, just let's later apologize for their significant mistake. What mistake? As they told students that the Canabis team has been axed.
Sounds like a good TV show, the Canabis team.
420 blaze it.
The season.
We are fucking stoned. Well, we understand that this was met with offense, like everything. Then just don't have a team. Like, the team for this week's party is neutral. Next week's party is gonna be beige. Does anyone want to come to our fucking, vanilla party? Oh no, that's racist. I'm sorry, because it's not chocolate.
Yeah, vanilla ice is black.
Wait, so even if you use vanilla as, like, the word for boring, it's offensive towards black people?
Yeah, because vanilla is white and white is white power.
Yeah, Vanilla Ice was a white rapper.
Then why don't they have, like, chocolate ice or something?
Can you imagine like a rapper that doesn't know about any rappers apart from Vanilla Ice, but he happens to be black, so his only inspiration is Vanilla Ice, so he calls himself Chocolate Ice, and he raps really shitly. That would be fucking...
Actually, that reminds me. You said couldn't they have chocolate ice? You could make a party say we are an ice cream themed party now. Every color, every flavor is welcome. And then somebody goes, "I'm fucking lactose intolerant. This is fun to me."
Yeah.
Welcome to the chocolate chip cookies party. I can't take any gluten. Fucking hell.
I've had horrible, like, traumatic experiences with ice cream.
Yeah, I was abducted by ice cream, taken to an ice cream alley, and
I was raped, and after every rape, they would give me a bowl of ice cream.
I mean, I mean, if somebody said they were raped by the fucking ice cream creature from Little Baby's ice cream commercials, I would believe that. Don't you remember the thing from Little Baby's ice cream, like the thing that eats his own head? That thing? It had a rape face.
Baby's ice cream.
Yeah.
Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Anyway, Well, that was some bullshit there. We overlooked the clear issues with his team and now realize our very significant mistake in the matter. We can't apologize enough. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
By not fucking apologizing.
You've offended people by just canceling like shit, like or being.
Yeah, I'm offended by how offended people are. It offends me a fair. What the fuck? I just see that weird just like posted that the Detroit Become Human like thing, and I just realized that the fucking robot next to him kind of looks like weird.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah,
funny.
I thought that too, actually.
It's the same hairstyle and stuff. It just looks older.
Shit, I'm a robot that took a little girl hostage and killed her parents. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Whoa.
Fucking trailer.
The game isn't even out yet. Didn't you sign a non-disclosure agreement?
This is a demo.
Anyway, yeah. They added, and clearly, nor did we expect any members of the college to be dressing in a manner so as to be culturally appropriating any culture. What? How can you not... What the fuck is appropriating even? This doesn't mean shit. This is like some buzzword bullshit that somebody came up with. Cultural appropriation. What the fuck do people even give a fuck about cultural shit? And like, this is my culture or whatever racial related bullshit. Culture is something you choose to some degree, isn't it? Like it's not like, oh, I'm white, you're white, we have the same culture somehow. Fucking idiots. That's not how it fucking works.
So basically what they're saying is if Trollambus started speaking German right now, I would be offended because that's my cultural appropriation.
I mean, it would kind of sound like that. I don't know what. It's just some bullshit that doesn't make sense. Like this whole cultural appropriation shit. It's about like white rappers and shit. That's what things they're complaining about.
The
It's like,
best
oh,
rapper in the world is white.
who's the best rapper in the world then?
Well, given by speed, that's the fastest one. So Eminem.
Is he the fastest?
I'm pretty sure he is.
His
What
flow
about
sucks
President
balls when
Tate?
he goes at like it just sounds stupid when he goes fast. It just sounds like blah, 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 blah. There's no fucking flow to it anymore. Like how the fuck is that even good then? Still,
Well, I still like his song, so
I mean
to me, it
when
doesn't really matter.
for example when Tech 9 goes fast, he still has a fucking flow there, and an interesting voice rather than fucking Eminem's shrill shit. So, I don't really think.
And you can also always recognize that it's him rapping because he always does the same thing.
That's
Who-
true. Yeah,
He always like,
he only
"Ja,
seems to have one emotion.
ja."
Anyway, let's continue. The Mansfield Entertainment team told the student newspaper Cherwell, "We recognized quickly that there were many real problems with this team, and it was
Oh, that's a good
consequently
one.
changed to reiterate the event will not be going ahead with this team. We regret and apologize for any offense or distress which may have been caused." Well, are they now apologizing for offending people by discontinuing the event, or what is it? What is this?
I don't know.
Or do they still mean the same shit? Are they still apologizing for the same shit?
Can't they at least make like one of those apology videos like in South Park with the BP oil?
We're sorry.
We're sorry.
Sorry. Still sorry. We're so very sorry.
Like naked on a bear rug. Sorry.
I'm just wondering, since everybody's going on about cultural appropriation and being triggered by shit, what would happen if they would just do it? Would they
What?
get sued for it? Because there's no legal ground for this.
I mean, it's the UK, so maybe.
Even in the UK, they can't be that dumb in their law, can they?
I mean, they fined the guy for having a dog perform a Nazi salute.
Very well.
Which is
Okay.
basically which is almost the same as just asking for its paw.
Yeah, it's the same. My dog does a Hitler salute if I put my hand like this. He's like, he does that. I mean, is everyone gonna get sued because their fucking dogs do that constantly? I mean, they don't do it if you say Heil Hitler most of the time, but that's a completely different thing. Anyway, let's move on with this bullshit.
I'm pretty sure I have a video of my dog doing a Hitler salute on my phone, so...
Oh yeah, and if that's bad, how is it not bad? Like that one video of that guy asking his dog if he wants to go for a walk,
Oh yeah.
and he puts like a baby doll in the oven.
Anyway, so Oxford University declined to comment on the row, which is the latest in a series of controversies about racism and cultural appropriation and bullshit.
Wait, where's the racism here?
I don't even know. There's just some bullshit.
Is wheat racist?
I don't. Well, black people get fucking arrested for weed in America, so it must be racist. I don't know.
Can you imagine a 420 themed party being cancelled in the Netherlands? Oh wait,
Did you know what else?
Just have another.
Did you know what happened? Did you know what happened?
the police will join there.
Yeah, weed is racist because weed always finds its way into black Americans like pockets, so that when the cops come around, they can arrest them. Fucking racist weed. Always just shrieking around the corner, just sliding into people's trousers. Anyway, it is fucking ridiculous that people get arrested for fucking weed anyway.
Like, that's not mine. I don't know how it got there.
Yeah. See, that's why people always say that. Fucking weed! It's got in your trousers!
No.
Jesus.
Not again.
Anyway, so Magdalen College was criticized by students over its 1920s themed ball. It was claimed that the ball may cause offense to female and ethnic minority students, to the basis that people of color and women were entirely absent from college spaces during the time period. Who
Why
gives
would
a
they
fuck? Then just go there, dress in those clothes from that time, and just be fucking black or Hispanic or a woman. Who the fuck gives a fuck about that? It doesn't have to be 100% fucking historically accurate anyway.
There are
Yeah,
people
it's not
getting
like
drunk
when-
and high there, so who the fuck gives a shit?
It's not like when you take a woman to like a 1920s themed ball that you like. I don't know. What did they do in the 1920s? Did they still punch?
I don't know.
I think, how did they even make the decision who can go and who can't? With everybody going, yeah, I'm a transgender fucking helicopter crossed over with a horse.
I'm a transgender helicopter.
Fucking hell, what's this, Nier Automata? Anyway, so Lincoln College was also accused of cultural appropriation over its New Orleans-themed ball, with students claiming it promotes nostalgia for an era steeped in racism. Like, what?
So wait, are they saying that New Orleans is still very racist?
I don't know.
But I
Like-
would love to go to Mardi Gras.
Same.
It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
That makes
So-
us
And there's
racist.
shitload of black people there.
Yeah.
At Mardi Gras. So how is that an era steeped in racism if you just have a New Orleans themed ball?
No, the better question is New Orleans themed ball. New Orleans era. It's not a fucking era, it's a location on the fucking world, you dumb shit.
Fucking
Somebody didn't have
a
breakfast.
London themed. Oh fuck, that era is so racist. The London era. Oh.
Does anyone want to have a Belgium themed party?
What? Tintin?
Beer, chocolate.
I mean, that sounds, well, the beer sounds good. I don't know if chocolate sounds good at a fucking party. Like, if you're drinking beer and then chocolate.
Fucking hell, you have chocolate based beer. So
Yeah, those are, yeah, okay. Maybe
that
you could
one
go
was
like
really good. You got like a chocolate with it, and inside the chocolate was that beer too.
that.
What?
It
Well-
was
That
good.
tastes good. Okay.
Anyway, the Oxford Onions governance body passed a unanimous motion in 2015 recognizing that it is institutionally racist following an outcry over a highly offensive cocktail named the Colonial Comeback.
What?
Why is that racist?
I don't even know. It's just bullshit. It's just stupid. Who the fuck gives a fuck about this shit?
The colossal cunt back then. Is that better?
I don't know. Getting like
I would drink that cocktail.
if people are nostalgic towards things from racist times, that doesn't mean that they're necessarily fucking like nostalgic towards racism itself. It's not like if an era was like racist. Like, can you imagine if it's like, oh, in that time people drank a lot of fucking martinis, and it's like, oh, I like a martini, I'm nostalgic towards martinis. Whoa, but when people drank martinis, they were also really racist. Does that mean that you're racist? That doesn't fucking make any sense. There's no fucking link or color, like fucking, oh, there's no correlation there at all. What the fuck is this type of bullshit? People who do this bullshit are so stupid, they can't even nuance shit. That's basically what it comes down to. They have an IQ, like the fucking level
IQ?
of fucking characters in this article. That's how... No, that's a bit over. That would put our... This is a really long article. I'm sorry. I thought we were still on that really short article from earlier. Yeah, anyway. Their IQ is about as high as the fucking digits on my fucking phone. There's no more digits because it's a fucking smartphone. So, that's also dumb. Damn! Their IQ is as high as the fucking sides on a regular standard dice. Yes, found something. Yay! Great, let's fuck off from this. This is dumb. Anyway, let's go to the Chinese man.
Ooh, Chinese man replaces wife.
Yeah. Chinese man replaces wife.
Make sure that you're actually on the article and not the Reddit article.
Yeah. I don't think Perry opened the fucking Reddit shit for this. Yeah. Okay. I think we can read this. I've been reading most of them, so I think it's time for you to read one, Metal. And you picked this one out, so yeah. Why not?
Yeah. It's still loading, though.
Oh, fuck.
It's loading. A Chinese man tired of wife's complaining invents smart robot cooker.
I mean, this guy's... It's not the robot cooker that's smart by itself, then. It's the guy also, because he's smart enough to make this fucking smart robot cooker.
Yeah, you can't make something smart if you're not smart
And
yourself.
if his wife is gonna keep on complaining, he's gonna invent a smart robot hooker.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, let's move on.
Tired of cooking every day?
Oh,
Smart robot cooker has caught people's attention at the 6th China Shanghai International Technology Fair. Or...
what the fuck?
He King.
He Quing.
He Quing, CEO of Shanghai-based catering service company, has spent 8 years creating a smart robot cooker after becoming tired of his wife's complaining about his inability.
This is the most decent form of fuck you can accept.
Why you don't cook? Why you don't make food? I always make food. Why you don't make food?
That's cultural appropriation, Shalom.
That almost sounded Italian for some.
Why you not making the spaghetti?
Having undergone countless obstacles, he never gave up in his attempts to research and develop the cooker, claiming he'd liberate himself from the kitchen one day. After his successful creation, his wife hasn't complained about his cooking once, and is said to be very satisfied with his invention.
It's great.
Wow.
Ooh, is that the inventor? I guess.
The sentence. Can I read this?
Smart robot cooker not only liberates me from the kitchen, but also liberates women from the kitchen. He told Fair video.
This sounds like the stereotype, like that women are like, stay in the kitchen. Bitch, what did I say about leaving the kitchen? It just sounds like
or
some...
that meme that you always had, like from like the edited Back to the Future logo, Back to the Kitchen.
Yeah, this kind of sounds like something that's happened in the 1950s or some shit because of that. Anyway, the dish.
Anyway.
Can you read this in a racist Asian accent?
dish is so delicious. The robot cooker has better cooking skill than me, said one person.
That's the stupidest quote I've ever seen. Can you imagine if somebody tweets something like that out?
What?
Can you imagine if somebody tweets something like that? To live is to cry, said one person. Can you imagine like any fucking quote with like said one person behind it? It's just fucking weird. Anyway.
According to staff, it only takes the robot cooker 3 to 4 minutes to cook a dish, and the cooker also has an automatic cleaning system.
Can you imagine if it fucks up and it starts cleaning while it's making your food? It's like, whoa! It's just like cleaning fluid. Dirty the freaking frogs,
The
gay!
robot cooker was only currently available for rent, and the 10,000 Juan.
Whoa.
It's all Mexicans over there.
You have to pay in Mexicans?
God damn it.
1,000 Juan. The
What?
deposit is required plus 1 Juan
Hey,
for
here he
every
is.
dish cooked. Smart robot cooker has attracted wide debate over Chinese social media. The man's story tells us that raising us is a primary productive force.
Weeaboo user.
Weeaboo user?
He uses weeaboos?
Cheng Juyan. Most difficult parts of cooking. It's not to stir-frying dishes. But preparing raw material. Seems like it
The cooker!
doesn't solve the problem of cutting the cooking material. Said another user.
Law materials.
Law materials? What the fuck?
Law material.
What the fuck is this, Phoenix, right? Jesus.
Hold it!
Erection. It's like that. They should make that like a Phoenix Wright porn parody, and it's like just he just stands up and is like erection.
Give me a second. Give me a second. That has to be already.
That has to already exist, yeah. Anyway, the sixth
Kicked off at Shanghai World Expo Exhibition NIST and Convention Center last Thursday. The event aims to increase the import and export of cutting-edge technology in the machinery and AI sector.
What the fuck? Top 11 breakdowns in Phoenix Wright uploaded on Pornhub.
Fucking hell. Anyway, let's read a not so provocative article. Oregon principal posts video stating bullied kids tend to annoy people. Yes. No.
Oh, there it is. I was looking through your custom titles in the description to find the article.
What did I call it?
Kids who get picked on are annoying.
I could use the word bullied because then maybe YouTube would be like, oh, this video is being taken down for being super offensive.
Yes, only then.
Yes.
You do realize that your description has the word scrotum in it.
That's a scientific term. I didn't say ball sack.
Does YouTube care? Is bullying
Sorry.
a scientific term?
He
Yes.
was frozen on stream.
Oh yeah, damn.
He's been frozen for like the past, I don't know how long.
I don't know. Barry, you just have to let it go.
What if I let it go? It will start again.
By the way,
Fuck you.
Perry, talking about letting go, why did you like that weird tweet from like a half a year ago?
Yeah. How did
In a world where every cactus poops
No,
hamster
my
wheels.
phone.
you like a tweet from half a year ago?
What do you mean?
Something about a cactus.
More than a. Jesus.
How did you like an
What the
old
fuck?
tweet? How did you even find an old tweet? That old.
From 17th of July.
From the 17th of July?
Were you stalking?
Weird?
Oh!
I feel-
Oh.
his bot.
Ah.
I was spamming the like button on everything, and I think there was some retweets on there.
Ah. Okay. Anyway.
What?
Okay, let's read this. Let's start this article.
Skio?
Skio
Oregon?
or
There's a place in Oregon called Skio.
Skio.
Oregon school principal is being accused of victim shaming by some parents.
By some parents.
By some parents. Some parents of children at Centennial Elementary.
As in comparison to all those parents without children.
Hey, don't victim shame parents who lost their kids.
Yeah,
That's offensive.
that's fucked up weird.
What if your kids die?
What the fuck?
I don't even know, I'm just joking. Anyway, in a YouTube video, Luke Zedvig.
Hey! I was reading.
Okay,
And I wasn't even there yet.
okay.
Anyway. They say recent remarks made by principal on bullying are offensive.
Oh, you censored yourself there. Bling.
Bullying. In a YouTube video that's probably demonetized,
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
Luke Zedwick stated victims of bullying tend to provoke bullies and must be taught to be less annoying. What? I want to bully the principal now.
he's like he's
his
annoying.
lunchbox and shit in it.
Well, he's acting annoying, so maybe we should pick him up on his theory
I'm gonna
there.
have to teach him to be less annoying.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do something about that.
Maybe I'll give him a swirly in an only recently used toilet. Without
Shit.
flushing it first.
I have diarrhea, so maybe I'll shit in it.
A viewer contacted Fox 12 about the video. Other parents spoke about being frustrated by the remarks.
Okay.
On Thursday, Zedwick said he wanted to extend an olive branch to community members who were offended by his comments.
Okay.
How do you even think like that? Anyway.
Okay.
Zedwick has a YouTube channel full of parenting advice. What? On April 10th, he acknowledged that what he was about to say was controversial, and then in a 6-minute video he made statements including, "In my experience, the kids who get bullied are not really good friends. They're not good at being a friend. They tend to annoy people, maybe without knowing it, but usually they do know it."
What?
What?
I'm annoying. I know it. Not bully me. What does this even mean?
What about all those people who get bullied just because they're quiet and shit and don't interact with the people?
They're annoyingly quiet. Jeez.
Yeah. They're not annoying anyone. That's annoying.
Yeah, you know what the bully tries to do? He just comes up and he tries to strike up conversation with them, and then they don't talk, so then he'll beat the information out of them. No, that's just bullshit. What the fuck is this line of logic that this fucking retarded, fucking stupid idiot has? Like, what the fuck is this bullshit anyway?
He then stated how parents should handle children who are being bullied.
Okay.
So if you find your kid being a target, one thing you could do to help them separate from the bullying is you can help them learn not to be annoying. What?
What?
What the fuck?
What? I don't even get this shit. What the fuck?
What the fuck is wrong with... Sedgwick told Fox 12 he may have come off a bit strong, but he insists parents should be aware there are instances of young children may describe as bullying, but they are actually simple conflicts for which they should take some responsibility.
Yeah, there's
Now
some
that-
like that, obviously, but not all of them.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
Of course that happens, but yeah, obviously not all of them. Fucking hell. Some parents don't see it that way.
Oh, really? What the fucking surprise.
Of course,
How is that possible?
but let's be honest here. Like, even even if you go with what he said, like, and take the, like, just take it as some more nuanced approach, what he says, like, sometimes it happens that something that is perceived as bullying is actually, like, a conflict between kids that isn't necessarily bullying. Even when that happens, like, let's be honest, the parents are gonna see it as that, even if that actually happens. Like, even if somebody's being, like, a total douchebag and then they get back at him and he, like, claims it's bullying, and the parents of the kids are still gonna say that it's fucking bullying, even in that case. But that's just a fucking percentage of it. Like, most people who get bullied probably actually get bullied. Like, there's probably just a few people who are, like, actual douchebags and then get, like, what's coming to them and then it's, like, claim that they're being bullied. How often does that fucking actually happen? It doesn't fucking often happen,
It sends a message to them that it's their fault and they're not fun to hang out with, said parent Nicole Lovebird. Well, yeah. Exactly. It's basically like, oh, you're being bullied? Well, maybe, don't be a bitch. How about that, huh? That's basically the message that the principal is sending. How about, you just, don't be so annoying and get bullied. Maybe if you acted normal, you wouldn't get bullied.
Possible. Yes.
I feel like Perry is still logged into her Facebook or some shit because it says what at the comment at the bottom of the article it shows a picture of Perry, like her profile picture.
Go ahead.
So if I comment on
it, no.
If I comment on the article, it would be in Perry's name, like.
Skia School District administrators declined to say a formal complaint has been made about the principal, and Superintendent Gary Temple provided Fox 12 the following statement. Skia School District became aware on Thursday of a personal YouTube video posted by Luke Zedwick that contained his opinions related to bullying. Skia School District has a robust anti-bullying program in place to emphasize positive behavior supports to prevent bullying from occurring and to stop it if it does occur. Mr. Zedwick's comments do not reflect the district's position on bullying prevention.
What?
The Skia School District remains committed to the creation and maintenance of a safe educational environment. And
this is the most generic statement I can think of.
Support of those efforts.
This is not gonna offend everyone. It's so plain. No, I'm just joking.
Zedwick posted a follow-up video in which he defends his views.
Okay, yeah, good job. Anyway, was I the only one that saw the name Gary Temple and accidentally read Gay Temple? Like in my mind, I just saw Gay Temple there. I was like, Gay Temple? Oh, it's Gary Temple.
I didn't read that, but...
Welcome to the Gay Temple! Want some ass?
What
or dick? Or mouth?
Dick, ass.
Is that where the gay frogs are at the Gay Temple? I mean, it makes some sense.
Damn it.
Anyway, before I read the last article...
Are you out of whiskey or something?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna drink any more whiskey, but...
What kind of whiskey?
I think I didn't pay attention, sorry.
What kind of whiskey were you even drinking?
I was just Jack Daniels.
So anyway, I just see the word scrotum now. Yeah, good. Because I have the US military one. Anyway.
Oh.
This was an article that was removed from Not the Onion because it wasn't oniony enough. Anyway. Metal will do the honors of reading this one again.
Yeah, I guess. Unless Weird wants to read the article.
I
can go ahead if you want to.
Yeah. We'll just make we'll just make loud sounds and interrupt you when we want to say something.
Okay, you go ahead and make loud sounds. This
Oh,
was
no!
blatantly obvious. US military veteran receives world first total penis and scrotum transplant. Off to a strong start.
Wait,
Okay.
Total penis and scrotum transplant? Were there partial penis and scrotum transplants before this? Sorry, we only can give you half a penis.
We can only give you the balls. We can only give you the balls and the head. That's
without the sack, just the balls dangling on.
Just imagine it's like you wake up from surgery and you're like, Mr. Adams, please sit down there. We have something to talk about. Your dick is now the two-face of dicks.
It's like a half black and a half white penis mashed together. And because the black penis was longer, it's like curved that way. It's like.
Okay, doctors at a Baltimore hospital have performed the world's most extensive penis transplant.
Baltimore. Hey, it's about scrotum transplant, and it says Baltimore.
This one also involving the scrotum and part of the abdominal wall. Okay, a US serviceman severely injured several years ago in an IED blast in Afghanistan has received the world's first total penis and scrotum transplant. Surgeons at the Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine announced on Monday.
Wow.
The man, whose identity was not released, luckily, is recovering well and expected to regain both urinary and sexual function. Okay, Richard Reeda, who had led the transplant team, said at a Monday telephone news conference, the patient did not receive testicles from his donor. to avoid the ethical issue that might ensue if he later had children.
Does he have an empty sac?
The testicles would have contained sperm from the recently deceased donor. What the fuck?
You are not the father.
This is transhumanism at its finest. Jesus Christ. I mean, you could jack off all over the place and nobody would ever know it's you.
Does this mean that this guy was transsexual because he had a dick, then he didn't have a dick, and now he has a dick again?
Transsexual.
Yeah, does it make him...
To be fair, they will find out that it was him weird, because they get, oh, this guy is dead. Oh, he
has his balls.
His balls got transplanted into someone else's body.
Well,
trace those balls back
well, hey, well, this guy that died, like,
music plays in the background.
At least,
The balls now.
hey, Metal, at least the mortician didn't have to like staple this guy's penis to his body in the casket.
You know what? I just imagined, like, you said they can trace him back. I was thinking of CSI Miami, and then like, we got him by the balls. Okay, so sperm issue aside, I was thinking of something else. I forgot. I don't know. The donor was not invented, nor was his cause of death. Loss of balls. But in a statement, his family praised the sergeant's service to his country and noted the donor's family included a number of veterans. Okay.
Now his sergeant can salute again.
Oh, come on.
So, what did you get a transplant of?
Dick.
Oh. The total penis. The total package.
Okay. We're so thankful to say that our loved one will be proud and honored to know how he provided such a special gift to you. Such a statement read by Alexandra Glazier, President and CEO of New England Donor Services, which arranged for the donation.
More like New England's boner services, am I right?
Wow, the silence.
Which arranged for the donation. No.
We hope you can return to better health very soon. We continue to wish you a speedy recovery.
We hope your dick works fine.
2 years ago, Serge. You know, this all reminds me of that one Rick and Morty episode where where Jerry bursts into the medical room, like, I demand you take my penis. 2 years ago, surgeons at Massachusetts General Hospital performed a more limited transplant on a penile cancer patient. So wait, there was
partial penis transplant.
I also have to think of that South Park episode where
Randy tries to give himself.
Garrison wants his penis back.
Oh, that.
Like it's mutated on a mouse or something.
Have you seen my penis?
Catch my penis.
That patient, Thomas Manning, continues to do well, but his sexual functions hasn't fully recovered yet, said Curtis Catrullo, who runs the reconstructive transplantation program at Massachusetts General. The hospital has yet to conduct another penile transplant as it awaits funding and other logistic issues, he said. Alright.
I just...
more dicks here.
That kind of sounds like it kind of sounds like a funny song title. Partial penis transplant.
Oh shit! There have been also been several successful penile transplants in South Africa, as well as an unsuccessful one in China. What did they transplant the vagina by accident?
No. You know what happened? Like in South Africa, they transferred like penises.
No, there it went great.
Yeah, but then they tried putting an African penis on a Chinese man because
He fell over.
it just ripped off because it was too heavy.
No, they accidentally put the scrotum in the front.
Oh god.
They put this like
John
they
Hopkins
just
performed
stitched
a
on 2
14-hour
scrotums.
Perfect. Performed in a 14-hour procedure in late March was the most extensive yet, involving more tissue than has previously transplanted. The surgeon said, in addition to a large skin graft covering part of the surgeon's abdomen, penis, and scrotum, surgeons connected 3 arteries, 4 veins, and 2 nerves to provide blood flow and sensation to the donated tissue. His internal organs were not severely damaged by the blast.
Wow, that's good.
What if he can blast again? Will it be damaged?
Blast off. But I said he expects the patient to will regain the ability to urinate by the time he leaves the hospital later this week. It will take about 6 months for the nerves to regrow enough to restore sexual function and sensation, but Reddit said he's optimistic that will take place. What are we reading?
I thought you said Reddit.
Yeah.
Reddit.
People on
Reddit
Reddit
is very
were
optimistic.
like, oh, that's optimistic.
John Hopkins covered the cost of the procedure and hopes to complete more in the near future, said WP Android Lee,
White Power Andrew.
who directs the hospital department of plastic and reconstructive surgery. The hospital does not plan to use the procedure for gender reassignment surgery, he said. Sorry, transgender. Oh no, I remember what I wanted to say. Hey, if your children, what the fuck?
Do you
No,
like my children?
Now I'm just imagining kids with like tits for faces.
Wait, if your children turn out to be transsexual, would that make you transparent? I'm so sorry.
Don't you already have a joke like that? But it's like, my mom dressed up as my dad, and my dad dressed up as my mom. They're transparent, or
Yeah, there's the thing. I heard that one before.
All right. Once it becomes more routine, penile transplantation, not transportation. Jesus Christ, is likely to cost about the same as liver transplant.
No, I'm just imagining a truck filled with dicks.
Your mom's orders arrived.
There's a problem on the E70 highway. There's a truck colliding, and it was filled with penises. Now the whole highway is covered with penises. Just steer clear of the highway if you don't want to be touched by dick.
Fox 7 News. One recent estimate puts the total cost of a liver transplant in the United States above $800,000.
We now go live to Jimmy
On the ground.
Jimmy Wang at the fucking at the scene of the crash. Jimmy Wang, what is it? It is truly raining men down here.
There are lots of wanks, including me. Wink.
Back to you, Jack Mehoff.
Oh my.
And now for the weather, Barry McCockiner. Barry McCockiner, are you ready? And now for sports, Wilma Dickfit.
It is still an open question who will pay for such procedures. Another major issue in transplantation is projection.
Projection? It sounds like something from like fucking Doctor Strange. Projection.
The recipient's body may reject the donated tissue at any time, so
Flies
John
off
Hopkins
again.
patient will have to be on a continuous therapy to tamp down his immune system, said Gerald Brandacre, who handled the immune aspects of the John Hopkins transplant. How many people were working on this guy's dick?
Wow, that guy must have had more people handling his dick then and there than he would have had prior in his entire fucking life.
Okay, no, that's uncalled for. To reduce the risk of rejection, the patient was also infused with bone marrow from the donor. This approach has been used in 8 other patients who received transplants, such as arms that were transformative but not life-saving. Balancing the donor's bone marrow with the recipients allows the patient to take only 1 low-dose medication a day instead of 3 typically taken by transplant patients.
I just had to laugh at the bone marrow.
Okay,
Because-
thing you have in your back spine, right? Injuries
Yeah,
that affect
I know,
sexual
but-
and urinary functions can be devastating to a person's identity, self-esteem, and intimate relationships, said Lee, whose department has been preparing for penile transplantation since 2013.
Mm-hmm.
We
Did you
believe
say
that genital
transportation again?
no. We believe that genital urinary transplantation can help those warriors with missing genitalia. What?
That sounds like a really shitty song title. Warriors with missing genitalia. Or like a really shitty band. What the fuck?
Must be
It's like
Swedish.
it's like a B horror movie.
Warriors with missing genitalia.
Warriors with missing.
This summer. They
This
with swords and no dicks.
they come for your genitalia.
Yeah, they want to cut off yours.
And then they will turn the freaking frogs gay!
What? No.
Jesus. Justice had an unprecedented transformed the lives of amputees, he said. At Massachusetts General, publicity surrounding the penile transplant encouraged our patients with genitourinary tissue damage to seek care. We've had many people who are really disappointed come out of the shadows and get worked up. Even if they weren't transplant candidates, they have now been helped in other ways, Cthulhu said. Nothing many people... Wait, noting many people with these conditions consider suicide and suffer even more emotional pain than people in need of arm or face transplants. What, really? Hopefully the John Hopkins patient will inspire others to seek help, Cthulhu said. That's one of the most incredible and important contributions of this case, not only to this individual whose life has been has probably been saved.
Fucking hell.
Is that a bit of an exaggeration?
It just sounded like he said Cthulhu twice. Cthulhu said. Just imagine like a doctor with like fucking octopus face.
Cthulhu performing a penis operation.
Fucking hell.
Well,
Let's see some of the fucking comments that it had on this.
No.
But somebody said, when he jerks off, will it be gay? Well, this guy didn't see the previous podcast because masturbation is gay.
Yeah.
But I've thought about that.
Was 2 podcasts ago, I don't know.
Yeah, okay, maybe 2 podcasts ago. But I thought about something. If masturbation is gay, isn't holding your own penis to piss gay? Because you're touching a penis?
Okay then.
Fucking hell.
What? The fuck?
When you
Somebody
click
said not
something,
any more
something with
homosexual than the
sound
military
starts
in
playing
general.
me.
No mention of how big it is, says somebody as well. I would totally get a dick transplant if a penis was enormous. Okay. That's what somebody says. Maybe he'll be able to legitimately tell someone he's black from the waist down. Okay, let's...
Someone shared a funny article, like through Snapchat story.
Wow.
But it's it's in Dutch, but it says like a dad of 9 children finds out after 35 years of marriage that he's infertile.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Always fun.
Great. Very great.
Ah, the wife must have had a lucky life.
Anyway, now it's my turn to read another article again. It's about sex robota. Because we had that on the podcast before. Now it's about...
Arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Fucking hell. UBC professor, the sex robots are coming to save your marriage. No, really.
It sounds like a threat.
Sex robots are coming. And whether you like it or not, they're gonna save your marriage.
Nobody's safe from sex robots that come to save your marriage. No, really.
Wait, are they gonna save Alex Jones's marriage as well? Well, no, probably not.
How did he ever find anyone to get married to in the first place?
I mean, he was married to someone. Then there was like a fucking, what was it? Divorce, obviously, and then he fucking lost custody of his kids as well. I mean, probably because he's insane, but who knows?
Well, the biggest question here is if the sex robots can turn the frog straight.
Maybe. What if the sex bots are actually just actors pretending to be sex robots?
Well, that must be our tough job.
Yeah, they're just
hard
like,
job.
They just stand there like this. Hey, rock a blowjob. I don't know.
I'm gonna look at the stream to see what the fuck you were doing.
Anyway, with the rapid evolution of technology, it seems every day something new is stepping from the pages of science fiction into everyday life.
I've never heard
Sex
science fiction
robots.
that included sex robots.
Could very well be making that leap soon. Leap onto your dick. While the idea of physical intimacy with a machine will no doubt be uncomfortable to some and repellent to others, there are those...
In the video, one of the Fine Brothers.
Fucking looks like a fucking bunny or whatever his name is. Finally found someone.
What the fuck?
Teens react to sex robots. Teens react to Benny's sex robot video on Pornhub.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So,
I can't wait.
he also, his expression looks, both of their expressions look like they had just escaped Syria or some shit. Just checking out their facial expressions. Like the robot's like, and this guy's also like, oh, I can't unsee this.
I've seen some shit.
Anyway, so there are those who argue that.
You're reacting to.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know.
Okay. There are
Sex robots.
those who argue the introduction of sex robots into our lives could be an agent for positive change. Among those proponents is Marina Adshade. Adshade? It sounds like this person doesn't have like a fucking shadow. You still need to add that in post or some shit.
Oh.
A professor.
What?
A professor at the University of British Columbia, Vancouver School of Economics, who argues bringing robots into the bedroom could be the best thing that ever happened to your marriage. Yes.
All right.
Watch inventor of Samantha robotic sex toy describe what she is capable of.
Alright, Penny, fine, calm down.
She's capable of looking like
He
something.
won't say no to anal.
I mean, that robot doesn't really look like it would just, I don't know. It would pop a boner to something like that. It just looks too inhuman. I don't know.
Aren't there people? But people get boners from cartoons. How is like?
Well, there's also furries who dress up like cartoon animals. There's probably fucking furries that want to fuck furries in their suits. So yeah, people get turned on by anything. There's probably people who want to fuck like a soda can or some shit. Who knows?
Oh yeah, oh god, I remember that picture.
Wait, was there a person that fucked? What the fuck was that?
Don't think about it. Don't. Just don't.
Someone with a fucking penis in the can.
No, the penis was not in the can anymore, but you could see the traces.
Ugh. Anyway, Adshade has spent a chapter in the new book Robot Sex, Robot Sex, Social and Ethical Implications, and says introducing sex robots into a marriage wouldn't necessarily be about replacing a spouse. Well, no, because it's a fucking robot.
Wait, does that mean that eventually there will be cucks about robots?
I don't know if you would even be a cuck if you let somebody fuck a robot, because it's basically just a fucking sex toy. So I don't know if that would be considered the cock.
So are we seriously currently considering the ethical implications of robot cucking?
Yeah.
Robot cooking.
It's like I just see this guy like sitting in the corner while his wife is being plowed like a fucking robot that doesn't stop or some shit. He's just there like, I came already. Was just jerking off.
I look up robot cooking.
Oh no!
First thing I found is these robotic arms put a 5-star chef in your kitchen. What?
Oh, cooking. Oh, Jesus.
I said cocking, but okay. Sucking robot arm wins Amazon picking challenge.
Anyway.
Why does anyone participate in cocking?
What the fuck?
Is that illogical?
Rather than substitutes for human companionship, she argues that the fucking sex robots could work to complement it. Yes. That's a pretty naive view of why men choose to marry, she told the Global
It was a pretty good
News.
movie.
Men out there are not marrying simply because it gives them easy access to sex.
That actually makes it harder, statistically.
Right now, men have access to sex outside of marriage. People get married for other reasons. For human companionship, the opportunity to have a family, share your life with another person. Yeah, that makes sense.
it's like
You
an
can't do that when
advertisement.
you don't marry.
That's why you marry. Like, you can just fuck around if you're not married. So yeah, it's okay. And then that's just
You
that's
can't.
just purely you can. That's what I said. So it's purely logical anyway.
I know you said you can, but you can't.
Why?
Just because you aren't married doesn't mean you're not together with someone.
Okay, yeah. If you're not in a relationship with someone, you can fuck around.
This is offending me. This is cultural.
Or,
appropriation.
or you're in an open relationship.
Yeah, that
It's not
could
the
be.
same as cucking.
Wait, we're still talking about cocking?
Wait,
It's
is
the
it?
same thing, isn't it?
Wait, if you're in an open relationship, are you like cocking each other then? Because then not
No,
any.
I-
Oh my god, it's competitive cucking.
I actually don't
Competitive
know.
cocking. We should put that. Oh my god, that needs to be an urban dictionary. Competitive cocking. If you're in an open relationship.
I overcucked you.
I thought in an open relationship that they don't cock, like they don't fucking watch them.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they just like allow it for them to go out and fucking fuck someone or whatever.
Well, it's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but isn't there also like people who get off by watching
don't-
their fucking
But
spouse be
cocking
fucked
is
or some
like
shit?
actually like wanting to watch it and fucking probably jacking off while watching it. I don't know.
Competitive cucking. Is that already on Urban Dictionary?
The competitive cocking
No.
competition.
I will put that in there.
Welcome to Cum Hub for the competitive cocking compilation.
Oh, you have to watch out because sometimes I think it depends on who reviews it. They can decline it for some reason.
Yeah, there's some
Yeah.
stupid wankers.
And
doing
they don't give a proper reason why.
it. Yeah.
Like,
We got the
tried that
cocked-
a lot of times.
We put the Cocked Cocks clan in there, remember?
Yeah. We put the Cocked Cocks clan in the Urban Dictionary.
It was just too funny. We had to do that. Anyway,
That's it, so.
so AdShade argues that just because we enjoy the company of robots doesn't exclude enjoying the company of humans, and could actually enhance our relationships with partners. Let's put it this way: the first sex robots aren't gonna be company. They're not gonna be like human company. They're just gonna be sex toys that can actually move. I think it's gonna take a while before there's a decent like AI sex robot. First, it's just gonna be some rudimentary shit that doesn't like provide company. Like the only thing that's gonna provide is like, oh, not now. I have a headache. Just go fuck the sex robot. That's something that could happen. I don't know. It's basically just it's just basically a fucking flashlight like attached to a robot body. That's basically what it's gonna be. It may even still make robotic sounds while it's grinding on your dick. It's not gonna be like. I don't know. I'm just going overboard there. It's not gonna sound like that. Anyway, I almost said Asgard instead of Adshade. What the fuck am I doing?
Asgard.
Asgard argues that the very definition of a marriage has changed radically. Yeah. Who wrote that? Am I the only one that sees this fucking sentence underneath the fucking ad here? The one underneath the global news morning fucking image. Read that.
Even if sex robots aren't widely adopted by society.
No. The one that's below the video thing there.
That's below the video.
No, it's that Adshade argues like the second video.
Oh, I was already wait.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
With the two women like sitting at the table.
Adshade argues that the very definition of a marriage has changed. Has changed. It has changed radically.
Okay. In the half past century was what I was gonna say. In the past half century.
At half past century, we have dinner.
Fucking hell, I'm hungry! No, I'm not. Where the role of a man was once to bring home an income, while a wife was expected to raise a family. She says expectations and responsibilities within a marriage were proliferated. In fact, she argues...
It also depends on what kind of relationship you have.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Because you could have like a DDLG one.
What's that?
Like where you have a daddy and...
What?
Like more like little girl or whatever.
Ah, that's okay. Anyway, in fact, she argues that delinking sex and marriage could actually work instead to take the pressure off modern relationship. Yes, pressure of the relationship, but also pressure in terms of who you choose, you know? Right now, we want somebody who is everybody to us, she said. We want somebody who's going to be a great parent and a great companion, your best friend, somebody who you're also sexually compatible with. That's a tall order. She said sex robots could allow people to define their own forms of marriage, one that's based on creating a family, or is purely for championship. What, companionship, I'm sorry. Championship?
I am the championship in sex robots.
Champion. Welcome to the Sex Robot Championship. Anyway, even if sex robots aren't widely adopted by society, that's where you were earlier, they provide a valuable way to open the conversation around what marriage is and how it will evolve as society and technology advances, Adshade added. Either way, it will likely be some time yet before sex robots could become common household technology. Yes! Sorry.
What the fuck is this? I just randomly go to Urban Dictionary and then apparently the word of the day is nantsuits. Nantsuits is a way of saying send nudes, but the first letters are interchanged. Well, yeah. Fuck.
What?
Anyway, yeah, that's silly. Fucking hell. While some are advanced enough to perform multiple sex acts and respond to verbal and physical stimulus, they remain both expensive, retailing for between $5,000 and $15,000. And in Adshade's opinion, far too crude. Well, they look like, yeah, they look like shit. And they're too expensive. That makes sense. People keep saying that this is 5 years away, this is 6 years away. I don't think it's actually that close, because robot technology has taken an incredible long time to develop, she said. For example, the real dolls that everyone sees that are called robot, there's nothing about them that makes them a robot. They don't even have heaters in them. So they're not even at body temperature. This is how far we are. Adshade will be reading from her chapter in the book, blah blah blah. I see books on Wednesday. Yeah, but what about people who actually like, because they want to make these robots look like fucking women, obviously. What about people who actually want to fuck like android-looking robot things? Like, they would probably.
Detroit Become Human is coming out in a month.
By the way,
Detroit come human. I don't know.
I just found an amazing definition on Urban Dictionary
Okay, what does it say?
for ghost sex.
Okay.
What?
A daring sexual maneuver where a man and a woman begin having sex in the doggy style position. While the man is pleasing his woman, his friend comes out of the
Oh
closet
no, I know this
quietly
one.
behind them. The first man acts like he's adjusting while his friend takes his place. Making sure the female is facing the window, the first man runs outside and waves at her while his friend is giving it to her from behind. Guaranteed to make her look like she has seen a ghost.
Oh man.
But if they're having sex facing the window and it's like too dark outside and it's bright inside, then she could see the reflection of the guy behind her as well.
Yeah, well, you have to plan ahead.
So it's not that easy, I guess.
It's not easy being white. It's
Let's
not
check this
easy
bullshit.
being brown.
All that shit. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go to the fucking thing. The next fucking.
What
Silly
was the
shit.
show called? Arrested Development, was it?
Yeah. There was on Arrested Development. Fucking hell. Let's check this shit here.
Oh no.
Straight up the twit hole. I found some weird shit on Twitter. Well, I found 2 stupid things on Twitter that we can watch before, or read before we get to the end of this fucking podcast. I have this shit here. Oh shit, this shouldn't be here. Fuck you, Perry. So this thing from CNN, like, Cunt News Network or some shit. Anyway, so Tanya Renee Stidham was working at a law office one day when she found herself facing an agonizing choice. This is gonna read like it's a fucking parody of just real life. A container of hot, crispy Popeye's chicken stood untouched in front of her. It just sounds too delicious. I'm just almost starting to drool. Around her were cubicles and hallways filled with white office workers. Stidham had just purchased a chicken and was about to dig in when a question popped into her head. What will all these white folk think when they see this black woman chomping away merely on a fried chicken leg in a classy corporate establishment? Who gives a shit? It's chicken. It's tasty. Fucking eat it. Who cares what those fucking idiots think? Stidham was so vexed that she quickly called a friend for moral guidance.
What? Wait, what happened? Someone was eating chicken?
No, she was thinking about eating the chicken. But she was black, so she thought that people would be like, oh no, black person eating chicken. That's something you don't see every day. They both decided she couldn't allow her desires to appease white people to shape her actions. How are they gonna... What? That... It just... If you just think about that shit... If you even think about it, that's letting people shape your actions. If you decide to be like, oh, white people are gonna think, oh, stereotypical, a black woman eating chicken. I'm not gonna eat it. Okay, that's them fucking kinda shaping your actions to some degree. But if you're like, fuck them, I'll eat my chicken anyway, that's them also shaping your actions. You know how you don't let them shape your actions? If you just don't give a fuck about what they think. Jesus. What's all this bullshit? Like America and all this racial shit? Just fucking be human. Who the fuck cares about racial shit anyway? It's just such a fucking non-issue most of the time. It just makes issues out of shit. So she had to be what Stidham calls unapologetically black.
What?
How is fucking eating chicken black? What's with these stupid stereotypes that everyone do? Like fucking hell. It's like, hey, did you see that guy driving a car? My god, that's so Italian. Every fucking one drives cars. Fucking shit.
Can you imagine that you're like eating chicken somewhere and then someone comes to you, you're racist.
Stop culturally appropriating. If you're just walking to KFC and you order the fucking chicken, and then like some guy just pops up from behind the counter and just slaps you in the face. Stop it! You're fucking appropriating black culture, bitch. So what the fuck is this shit? Who gives a fuck about all this bullshit? Fucking hell. So, there's this sense that we have to placate what white America believes in is the appropriate way to be black. Who the fuck cares about shit like being black, being white, being Asian, being a Jew, being what the fuck ever? It's such a fucking, like, what the fuck is this bullshit about? I just don't get this shit. There's always like, this shit always seeps out from America when it's like some fucking race shit, where it's like, oh, this is so black, this is the way the, and then they talk about fucking black culture like there is even a thing like black culture. There's not even one universal, like one globally accepted like definition of what is black culture or whatever. Doesn't it just depend on even where you are or who you are, what your fucking culture is? I don't think like people in different places in even America itself are gonna have the same fucking culture, despite being the same race. Doesn't fucking, even if you take it back to Africa and people who wanna stay true to their like the fucking culture of their homelands, if they even like from their ancestors or whatever, don't they come from different like fucking African countries that even have different cultures to begin with as well? There's no fucking such thing as black culture. And it's not even like...
Canada is nice this time of year.
Fucking hell. I just watched Black Panther yesterday, so that's kind of funny. So that kind of makes it funny in my opinion. But yeah, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, and it's not even like that, like globally. I said different African countries have different cultures, different... Like, there's probably a big difference between some black person from the UK or from America. There's probably a big difference between somebody from Atlanta or from New York or from whatever different type of places where people could live. I don't think there's one universal fucking black culture. Like, it's not like there's a black hive mind or anything. It's not like there's a white hive mind. There's not a fucking Jewish hive mind. There's no Asian hive mind. So there isn't one universal culture for any race. And, like, doesn't culture just, like, fucking exist, like, outside of race itself? Is it not something that's somewhat attached to it because of some factors? But isn't it, like, doesn't it exist outside of it as well? Like, culture isn't, like, it doesn't equate race. It's not like, oh, you're black, that's your culture. It doesn't make any sense. Because culture is to some degree what the way you're brought up and the way where you're brought up. Well, it does have to do with where you were raised. And then doesn't it also have to do with shit that you pick yourself, like the fucking books you read that inspire you to have certain fucking outlooks on life, like the movies you watch, the music you listen to? Isn't that like to some degree your own fucking choice?
Well, yeah.
So yeah, what the fuck is all this bullshit about people even caring about how they're perceived because of their race? Like, this is just weird. Like, it's like, oh, I don't... What, you don't want to be seen as this, like, type of stereotype? Well, there's probably some way that you differ from whatever stereotype somebody has, but not everyone even has the same fucking stereotype about black people. So what... This is just some bullshit. I don't get this type of shit. It's just dumb. It doesn't make any fucking sense. So yeah, anyway. She's a writer and director who wrote... What? A writer and director who wrote about her Popeyes-induced panic in a playful essay on transcending racial stereotypes. But it's not white America's right to dictate to us what is appropriate blackness. Just fucking don't give a fuck about blackness. You're just yourself. Isn't that enough? Do you have to be part of some racial group? Who cares? Obviously, people who think in like racial things are gonna be like, hey, it's that white guy. Oh, it's that black guy. Like, obviously. I mean, the fuck. It's just some
Wait,
bullshit.
Is it Sweden where you can't describe someone using their skin color or something?
Yeah, it was some shit like that.
If you have to describe someone, you can't use the skin color, or you get like arrested or whatever, or fined, or what is it?
Yeah, some bullshit like that. It's probably one of those shit countries.
What did he look like?
This just sounds like the setup for a really stereotypical joke. Some guy just stole my bike. What did he look like? Well, he had a hat.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
What color was the hat? Black.
that-
Oh.
That reminds me. I saw something on Reddit, of course.
Yeah.
About like GTA San Andreas. Like it's the first time that you in GTA that you have to play as a black character,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and the first mission you get there is to steal a bike.
Well, don't you always kind of play as a minority in most of the fucking GTA games?
Not really.
Really?
GTA 3?
Was Vice City a minority like that guy?
I thought you were like an
Whoever-
Italian or some shit in Vice City,
Really?
but I could be wrong.
Maybe it was Italian American.
Because you're like Nico Bellic in like fucking GTA 4.
What?
You're like Nico Bellic in GTA 4. That's the character that you are. It's an immigrant character.
And in GTA 5, you're 3 different Americans.
That's true. One of them is black though. So there's that.
Only
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, actually, you don't. Have you ever played as an Asian in GTA? No, you haven't. See, GTA has something against Asians. What Asians can't steal cars or something?
No, Asians can drive. That's the
Anyway, we have some more bullshit
That's a
here.
stereotype.
There's another tweet that I found here. It's by Caden Cowgirl. This is some fucking right wing whatever. Yeah, some shitty thing. Whatever.
Kane Cowgirl.
Well, it's his preferred position. He just takes it up the ass, cowgirl style. Just rides that dick, cowgirl style. Yeah. Anyway, see, he says here, just read that marijuana never killed anybody. That was between quotation marks. Tell that to my dead uncle who was driving too slow and pulled out in front of an 18-wheeler. Hashtag 420 day.
He pulled out in front of it. What?
Okay.
What was he doing in front of an 18-wheeler?
He pulled
that
his
he had
dick
to
out.
pull out.
I mean, but this just thing. I mean, I get what somebody could say, but to me, this just sounds like a fucking made-up story to begin with. Like it's
Yeah,
hey,
And he never mentions that his uncle was on marijuana or the guy in the 18-wheeler was on marijuana.
yeah, who was on marijuana actually? Was it the uncle, or was it the guy in the truck?
And was
I mean-
the uncle already dead when he was driving too slow?
I don't even know. He died because of marijuana, and that's why he was driving so slow. No, but here's the thing. Like, also, if you say like nobody ever died because of marijuana, like, it's the same as you would say with like alcohol to some degree. I mean, but people can actually die because of fucking liver diseases and shit. So, yeah, okay, that's not good. But I would say that there's a difference between dying because of taking like it's by smoking marijuana or dying by being under the influence of whatever type of drugs and then driving a car. It's just completely separate from each other. Isn't it? It's like if I were saying like, oh yeah, just drinking a few beers never hurt anybody, and it's like, that's my friend. He drank 5 beers, then he drove his car into a fucking tree. It's like, I never said anything about driving a car, you retard. It's not what we were talking about. It's about the fucking drugs itself. So this is just some bullshit shit, and probably just a made up story
Bullshit
from
shit.
somebody who's like, "Hey, I'm biased against marijuana, so I'm gonna make up this story about my uncle that molested my butthole and then
Also,
drove."
Caden Cowgirl.
Yeah.
If I could, I would tell your dead uncle.
But I'm afraid he may not have even existed, so maybe his uncle's still alive and is like, "I'm dead? Whoa, whoa." It's like, his uncle's really on drugs, but he's like,
episodes where Cartman thought he was dead.
yeah, it's basically like that shit. Fucking hell. Anyway, that's just some bullshit, isn't it? It's kind of annoying how people just always want to, like, blend, like, whatever fucking narrative into their own bullshit by just coming up with some bullshit story that, like, supports their bullshit, even though nobody's probably right on anything, and it's just like, every time somebody says something, it's like at least half a lie. Because nothing you can actually say is like a full-on truth, is it? Yeah, so, fuck it. This is some bullshit. I hate how people think that their opinions are like super valid. Everyone should know that their fucking opinions are always fallible in any way. It's just a fucking opinion most of the time. So yeah. This is some bullshit. This podcast is probably kind of over because we don't have shit to talk about anymore.
True.
So yeah. And what do you think, guys? Do you think sex bots are gonna save people's marriages?
Well, I'm not married, so I don't care.
But it could save people's relationships, maybe. But let's be honest, I don't think we're gonna see any like decent, because this is just I don't even call these sex robots that they put forth now. I don't even call them decent. They're just like it's like this is like if you were to fap to like some cartoon and you would choose like the fucking Hunchback of Notre Dame to jerk off to. It's like, oh yeah, Frodo. No, his name's not Frodo. What the fuck did they even say now? Fucking hell. What's his name again?
It's Quasimodo.
Quasimodo. Okay. Oh yeah, Quasimodo. I'll hump your back.
I really like Frodo in the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Well, he looks like a Frodo. If you hear the name Frodo, if you hadn't seen The Lord of the Rings and you hear the name Frodo, don't you fucking imagine some hunchback fucking freak?
I guess. Just like I imagine that one guy from from Game of Thrones, Hodor or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember someone like Quasimodo when I heard.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like somebody like that. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, this was apparently a boring podcast because King D said, "I'm back. Are you guys still boring?" Or is it boning? No, it's boring. We weren't boning on this. There was no boning on this podcast because then it would have been demonetized. Oh no, wait, we're already demonetized. Because we don't have enough subscribers. We didn't suck that YouTube dig enough to get monetized.
Luckily, they didn't take away custom thumbnails.
Yeah, that was something. Jesus, fucking DJ had this misinformation in that video. I was like, custom thumbnails. It's been confirmed. There's like, I can't confirm this, and then it says on the video itself, it's been confirmed. I was like, what the fuck? Apparently it didn't. What the fuck? You wouldn't even have anything going for you. You couldn't even start a new channel on YouTube if you didn't get custom thumbnails. That would mean like that you had a video that wasn't monetized, so the fucking algorithm wouldn't even be gain much from pushing it because it wouldn't lead to financial gains for YouTube. So they would be like, yeah, fuck this video. Then it would look like shit. People wouldn't want to click on it because there was no thumbnail. It was like a shitty clip from the video. I mean, come on. Who the fuck would even like break through with a new channel or break out with a new channel if that was the fucking case? Can you imagine that? Not having custom thumbnails and being buried because you're not monetized.
That's basically already what happens to smaller channels, just on a more, not on a more subtle base. They
Yeah.
just don't get promoted. That's it.
Yeah, I don't even know how people are supposed to actually grow a channel now. Because you're just being buried because you can't be monetized because you're too small, and then well. So I think basically what YouTube is saying, like, yeah, we have our channels, that ranking enough the fucking cash right now, and we'll probably be taken over by big news channels and shit that are come on here and show their bullshit that people didn't want to see anymore, and that's why they moved to YouTube. I feel like if YouTube would ever like keep continuing on with this bullshit, and if like big companies tend to become like the main like source of content output on YouTube, that by that point some other side will fucking be born that will take over. Because
Hopefully
that's when,
soon.
I mean, yeah, people got bored of the fucking shit on TV. Like, who the fuck? A lot of people don't even watch TV anymore.
I don't.
I have a lot of people because I work with like some telecom shit, and there's people we offer like packages with like even like the digital television shit where you can like order stuff and just pause and play and all that type of bullshit, and just rewatch shows that you've missed or record them and blah blah blah, all of that shit. There's a lot of people who say like, yeah, can I just have an internet package? And it's like, yeah, it's this, but it's kind of almost the same price as having a full package. And it's like, yeah, I guess I'll take that stupid TV even though I don't watch it. So I just get a lot of people, like, especially who are younger, who don't even watch fucking video like on TV anymore.
Yeah, I haven't watched TV really in like almost 2 years.
Oh yeah, did you? Oh shit, we forgot about something. There's something that was actually kind of interesting that we missed because we didn't touch on it. Did you guys hear about the? There was a defamation suit, I think, by a guy that was on one of the YouTube channels, like Jimmy Dore, I think his name was. He was like one of the guys from the, what is it, like the Young Turks shit. Because I showed like a video, it was CNN, I think, wanting to get back like the fucking advertisers by showing like all sorts of weird shit that could happen on YouTube. And it showed like terrorists and blah 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 and pedophiles and shit. It was basically like that. And then they showed like this one guy, personally, who was like on YouTube, who didn't really do anything special apart from like being a fucking dick. He like spit in Alex Jones's face and shit. But yeah. So what actually happened is that the guy filed a defamation suit against CNN as well because, well, they kind of attacked him personally. They kind of said like, hey, you know this guy, he's as bad as a fucking pedophile or a terrorist. See? I mean, if somebody would, if some fucking legit stupid news source, because I've followed all this shit and I've seen like even the guy like the Jimmy Dore, I think he's a fucking piece of shit. He's an annoying twat as well. I don't really agree with him on anything, but on this defamation piece, like fucking suit, I kind of hope that he wins because I fucking hate CNN and most fucking big news media shits because they just put out some bullshit anyway. Nobody gives a fuck about. Hardly anyone watches their shit. It's basically, yeah.
Let's
like,
just read The Onion instead.
Well, well, sometimes the real news is silly. That's why you have not the Onion shit where we get our articles from. So that's basically. Oh no, now people know where we get our articles. Now they won't come here anymore. Now we're gonna lost all 5 viewers that watch this podcast. Shit. No, please come back. We need viewers. Anyway, what I'm saying is that the old media shit like CNN and all those fucking pieces of shit are still trying to get like viewer base back, but they're never gonna see this because we're a small channel. But let me just say this: it's not gonna happen. People aren't gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, "Hey, I've been spending so much time watching videos on YouTube, watching stuff on Netflix. You know what I miss? Good old CNN." Nobody's gonna fucking be like that. This stupid shit's gonna die out. Just be smart and get it over with and start trying to invest in the future rather than just dragging your dead carcass across the floor. Just staining it further. It's just fucking dumb. That's always what happens. Like, you always have these lobbyist fuckers in every type of fucking industry that's like, oh, let's hold back progress by just getting something done for us. Like, hey, we're still here. This lumbering dinosaur that nobody cares about, still here to just whine and complain. Hey, we're still here. Can you maybe just create a law like this that will help us so that progress gets like fucking stunted because we want to still make some more money because we can't fucking get into this new line of fucking thing. It's just basically every time a product becomes old and redundant and replaced, it just wants to kind of fuck over the new thing. But it just never works. It just like embarrass themselves slowly. And then at the end, when it's fucking all said and done, people are just gonna be like, yeah, that was pointless. So yeah, fuck CNN, fuck the news, fuck things. That's how you reproduce, by fucking things. Anyway, that's the end of this
biological lesson.
Yeah, welcome to bio lesson number 875. How to reproduce by fucking things. If you fuck your cola, you will get more cola. That's how it works. So if you're really thirsty, don't drink it, just fuck it. And then wait 9 months. And then you'll get some more cola. The cans will just erupt from your butthole. And then you can drink some.
Disturbed.
Okay, anyway. Let's just end this fucking podcast here and we'll catch you in the next episode. Holy shit, that was a weird sound. That sounded like you were culturally appropriating, I don't know, something. It's very racist.
People.
Whoa, that was racist. German people, am I right?